Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and in today's video we're going to be doing another episode of a beginner's guide to Honkai. And in today's episode we're going to be speaking about Valkyries that I believe you should be investing in, prioritizing, or investing your resources into. So I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, go ahead and drop a like. It helps out the channel tremendously, means a lot to me. And if you're new to the channel, you enjoy the content, you like what you see, go ahead and consider subscribing. And remember to join the Discord today. A link will be in the description below. Go ahead and join today so you can discuss Honkai with like-minded people. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Now, before we do get started, I wanted to preface the video by saying that you have to keep in mind when we're talking about the Valkyries that I believe you should be prioritizing, that's of course assuming you have those Valkyries on your account. So you have to take a look at your account, see what you have, and then prioritize it that way. Also, keep in mind that the game of Honkai Impact 3 is very different compared to other gacha games, where if you put enough time and resources into a certain Valkyrie, they can definitely work for you, and they can definitely benefit you in a lot of situations. But also, this game is really based off of your enjoyment out of it with the characters that you have and the characters that you like playing with. So if I suggest a Valkyrie that you should be prioritizing, but she is not a Valkyrie that you enjoy using all that much, for example, let's say Twilight Paladin, doesn't really fit your gameplay style, then of course you may want to rethink prioritizing her or investing resources in her, especially if you're not a competitive player. If you play this game simply for the gameplay, you enjoy it, and you're not competitive, you're not trying to hit the highest numbers, things of that nature, then it really wouldn't benefit you all that much to invest in a Valkyrie that you just simply don't enjoy playing if you're not trying to be competitive. So you have to keep that in mind as well. So it's based off of your enjoyment, what you get out of the game, and if you want to invest in that Valkyrie or not. And so keep that in mind as well. And then, like I mentioned earlier, keep in mind it's what you have on your account, the Valkyries that you have available to you. You have to base it off of that also. So with that being said and out of the way as well, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So this may be kind of lengthy, kind of drawn out and winded, so please bear with me, and I do apologize if I do get kind of all over the place. It's kind of difficult when it comes to the game of Honkai because you have supporting Valkyries that are really good, you have physical damage Valkyries that are really good, elemental damaging Valkyries that are really good, so it's hard to kind of make it very concise and group them, and it can kind of get all over the place. So bear with me as we get through this. Bear with me. Now, the very first Valkyrie that I'm going to go ahead and start off with that I think you should prioritize and invest resources in if you have her is the Ayrshire Reason Cyber Branya, because in my opinion, I believe right now she is the best Valkyrie in the game. She is absolutely fantastic. If you have her, you definitely want to invest the time and resources and materials into her, because she is going to help you progress through the game very easily. She is great in all facets of the game. Again, she's not going to have you hit the highest numbers in certain areas, but she is going to help you clear all areas that you need to clear if you have the proper gear and equipment to go ahead and place on her. When it comes to that as well, that's something else that you have to keep in mind when we're speaking about these Valkyries and prioritizing and getting, investing materials and resources. That also plays into getting their equipment and their gear and going for that in, whether it's in the gacha supply, in the banners, or in the shop, trying to obtain her weapon, things of that nature. So when I speak about investing resources, investing in materials, that's going for their gear, going for their stigmata set. Of course, there's always, alternative options, but if you have the applicable ones for that Valkyrie, it usually always pans out to be much better, as well as, maxing those gears out and maxing the skills out to the best of your abilities. That's what I mean when I state, investing resources, material, and time. It's, using your crystals to try and obtain the weapon, try and obtain the stigmatas. These Valkyries are worth doing that for, and so you have to also keep that in mind as well. And I think Cyber Branya is a prime example of a Valkyrie. If you pull her, you definitely gonna want to try and obtain her weapon, try and obtain her stigmata. Obviously, as you can see, I don't have her stigmata set, but there are great alternatives for Cyber Ranger Branya that makes her just as good, you know, as she would with her full stigmata set. So Cyber Ranger Branya, the first Valkyrie that I wanted to go ahead and speak of and get out of the way. The next one that I did want to speak of is Stingy Nymph. I think she is probably, if not the best Valkyrie, the second best Valkyrie in the game, and one that if you have her on your account, you're definitely going to want to invest the time, resources, and material, because she is fantastic. With her being a quantum type, that just catapults her to the very top, because she's neutral against all typing and then effective against the quantum typing, so that just makes her that much more valuable. And so I think this Valkyrie in particular, if you have her on your account, you should be investing the time to try and get her weapon, her stigmatas as well if you can, and leveling up her skills to the maximum or to the best of your abilities. She is a fantastic Valkyrie, one that you can use in all facets that will help you progress through the game, especially late game. So Stingy Nymph, really good Valkyrie. So the second one that I would go ahead and prioritize in, you know, leveling up and getting everything together for her, because she is just that good in my opinion. Now moving on to the next Valkyrie that I am going to speak of, and this may be a bit controversial, but the more and more I play with her, and as each day goes by, I think Bright Knight Durendal is absolutely fantastic. And so if you do have her on your account, I do encourage you to invest time and resources into her, because she is absolutely fantastic. And she's been panning out really well, at least for me anyways. I've been really enjoying her game, her gameplay, and playing with her more often each and every day. And so she is one that I would definitely go ahead and prioritize. I think she is, as of right now, a top 5 Valkyrie in the game, in my opinion. She is just that good, I believe. And so I would, in my opinion, and keep in mind this is all just my opinion, you will obviously have different ones, so leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys think, but I would invest the time in getting her gear, stigmata, and her skills max. Now also keep in mind, this is if you are free to play, you have to really be strategic with what you're going for and how much resources you're investing in a certain Valkyrie. And if you are, you know, if you have enough crystals, things of that nature, keep in mind of what's coming in the future and kind of be strategic that way. So for example, if you have Cyber Ranger Branya or Stingy Nymph, I would obviously prioritize putting gear and stigmata and resources into them before you do Bright Knight Durendal. And so that's why I'm kind of going in this order, so that way it gives you a better idea of who you should be going for first, before investing resources into another Valkyrie. For example, if you have Cyber Ranger Branya and Bright Knight Durendal, I would focus on Cyber Ranger Branya first, get her gears, get her stigmatas, level up her skills if you're limited on coins. Focus on her first, get her completed, get her maxed out. Once she is done, then you can move over to Bright Knight Durendal and then focus on her. Obviously, put what you can on her. Obviously, invest what you can on her, but be smart. Use your resources wisely. Don't max out, you know, a certain Valkyrie and you're leaving behind or not prioritizing the one that's really gonna help you the most. So you have to keep that in mind as well. So a lot of things to keep in a lot of things to keep in mind. It's just, that's how the game of Honkai is. It's very different, and it's very hard to you know, spread your resources out between a lot of different Valkyries. You really have to focus, and I mentioned this in one of my videos, you really have to focus on one or two, get them completed, and then move on to another one, because resources are very limited and finite. It's very difficult to spread them thin between all Valkyries. You have to focus on one or two, get them done, get them completed, and then move on to another one that you have in mind. Now, and this is also if you are, you know, a beginner player, you're gonna have a hard time with the resources that you have available. You're definitely gonna have to build up your account, so this is gonna take some time. So don't rush it. Just enjoy the process of getting your Valkyries leveled up, maxed out, gear on them. It's all going to take time. Don't worry. But once you get there, once you're at a good level, once you got your stuff together, then it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, so so Bright Knight Durendal, the next one that I was going to go ahead and mention that you should really be investing your time into. Now moving on to the next Valkyrie, I did want to go ahead and mention Celestial Hymn. Once again, if you have this Valkyrie on your account, this is one that I would really focus on because she is such a great support Valkyrie for your physical damage dealers that you're going to want to have her you know, up to par, at least with her skills. Make sure their skills are maxed out, especially her passive, because that's where she's going to benefit the rest of your team. She's not meant to be a damage dealer. She's not meant to really mow down enemies. She's meant to support your team so your other damage dealers can do the work and really be able to melt healths when you're in, you know, Abyss or Memorial Arena or something of that nature. So Celestial Hymn, a fantastic support Valkyrie. You're definitely going to want to get her, you know, leveled up, get her, in my opinion, the 11 Sacred Relic is what you just really need to focus on. And then if you can pre-arm it, that's fantastic. Do that. And then, of course, get her skills, you know, up to par, especially the passive skills. You're going to want to focus on that. And she's really going to benefit you in that way and then benefit the rest of your team. So Celestial Hymn, did want to go ahead and mention because I think she's that important of a support Valkyrie. And then in version 4.0, we're going to see if the brand new Teresa is going to be up to par with Celestial Hymn as well. So that's exciting. I am ready for that. I cannot wait. And then moving on from there, another support Valkyrie I did want to mention, if you have them on the account, is Sage Fuqua. If you have Sage Fuqua on your account, this is another Valkyrie that I would encourage investing time, resources, and material into because she's, again, another very good support Valkyrie for your elemental team. And so if you have her on your account, take the time to level up her skills. Take the time to get her. She doesn't really need to be geared out, in my opinion. She can be a good damage dealer for you, unlike Celestial Hymn. She can do some good damage, so I wouldn't blame you if you did go for her weapon and her Stigmata set. As you can see, I have neither, which is unfortunate. But she is going to be really good as a supporter for your elemental damage dealers, so you're definitely going to want to get her online, get her skills leveled up, and focus on that first before anything. So Sage Fuqua, a really good Valkyrie to prioritize. Now moving over to the next one that I wanted to speak about is Twilight Paladin. This is, of course, if you have Violet Executor, which you can get free to play. And then if you augment her and get Twilight Paladin, max out the core, have the proper gear for her, Twilight Paladin is going to be such a good damage dealer for you. It's actually ridiculous. So this is another one that I would actually start investing time into to actually obtain, max the core out, get her as high of a rank that you can, you know, so double S rank and triple S rank. Get the necessary gears and max her skill out, and she's going to benefit you tremendously. And you're really going to be glad you took the time to get her online, maxed her out, and got her skills leveled up. So Twilight Paladin, another one that I did want to go ahead and mention because she is that good in my opinion. The next one I did want to mention is Hawk of the Fog. Hawk of the Fog, such a great elemental damage dealer, psychic type by the way, who can really output some serious damage. Free to play. You can get her triple S rank very easily. You can max her core out very easily. If you have the proper gear like Nuada's Revenge, that's going to be really good for you, as well as if you have even the Darwin set is going to be really good. But if you have a couple of the Monets, you put that on her and she is going to shine for you. You're going to really like Hawk of the Fog. So that would be another one that I would prioritize and focus on. Such a good free-to-play Valkyrie that I would really encourage you going for. The next one I did want to speak about is, of course, I could not go through this video without speaking about the Ursha of the Void, God Kiana. Such a good Valkyrie, especially when she first dropped. She was absolutely broken, but she is a really good Valkyrie. If you have her on your account, obviously take the time to max her out if possible. She is gear dependent, so keep that in mind. You're really going to want to have her applicable weapon, which in version 4.0 you're going to be able to get in the battle pass, which is really good. And then her stigmata set, I believe, is in the shop if I'm not mistaken, or was in the battle pass at one point. But you will be able to get her stigmata set. You could put some other ones on her, but the applicable one for her is really beneficial. So keep that in mind. She is gear dependent. You're going to want to focus on getting her gears to really get the most out of her. And then she's getting her pre-arm in version 4.0 for the Keys of the Void. So you could start focusing on that as well, getting the necessary materials to be able to pre-arm like I am. And she's great. She's fantastic. She's fallen off a little bit, but I believe with the pre-arm in version 4.0, she's going to be back in prominence, especially with the new Teresa boosting and supporting the physical damage dealing Valkyries. I think she's going to be great. So another one, you know, paired with Celestial Hymn, she could do really good stuff for you. Very, very good Valkyrie here. So another one that I would focus on if you have her on your account. The next one I did want to speak about, of course, if you have her on your account, Lightning Empress, a really, really good supporting Valkyrie, mainly for her leader skill. But if you had the Mag Typhoon, you have a pre-arm, she could be a good damage dealer for you as well. But has good team synergy. She fits on a lot of different team combinations. Her leader skill is extremely valuable. So another Valkyrie that you would want to go ahead and invest in, you know, slightly. You don't have to go too crazy with Lightning Empress. Like for me, for example, I haven't gone too crazy with her because I don't use her all that often. But she's still great for her leader skill. She's still great as a Valkyrie. So I would put her a little bit lower on the prioritized list. That's why I'm just speaking about her now. But she's still great nonetheless. If she's one of the, you know, few base S rank Valkyries that you have, then of course, you know, take the time to invest in her. She's going to be beneficial for you and really help you out. So Lightning Empress, another one that I did want to go ahead and speak about. Make sure that I did go ahead and talk about. The next one that I did want to talk about is actually Valkyrie Gloria. Her being a quantum type, just like Stingy Nymph, makes her extremely valuable. So another one that I think you should be investing time and resources in. Extremely free to play. You can get her ranked up fairly easily. And then if you have her proper gear, it's going to be really, really beneficial for you as well. The problem with Valkyrie Gloria and Durendals in general is that they're fairly new, so there's not as many lances to go ahead and obtain. But as the game progresses, we'll be getting more lances, and so we'll have more alternative options. But if you do have her applicable weapon, that's fantastic. And then if you put a good fire damage set on her, she's going to really benefit you. And then, like I mentioned, her being a quantum type is really, really good. So right there, Valkyrie that I think you should be focusing on getting her ranked up to double and triple S rank as quickly as possible. She's actually one that I've been focusing on mainly right now to get to double S rank and then eventually triple S rank. So that's my main focus, and I think that should be yours as well when it comes to Valkyrie Gloria. Really, really good free to play Valkyrie right there. The next one I did want to speak about is Vermilion Knight. Now, once again, if you do have Vermilion Knight on your account, I think you should be investing the time and resources into her. She is really good. She has a lot of invincibility frames, so that gives her good survivability. She has good alternative weapon options with the Might of Utu and Godslayer Suitor. You could put a basic fire damage stigmata set on her that you can interchange with all your different fire Valkyries and level her skills up, and she's ready to go pretty much. She's a great damage dealer. She's good on the all elemental team. Pair her with Sage Fuqua if you have her, and she's going to be awesome for you. So another Valkyrie that I would focus on and prioritize if you have her on your account. She's amazing. One of my most favorites back in the day, and still to this day, I should say. Now, another one I did want to focus on and speak about is Night Squire, being a biological physical damage dealer. Free to play, easy triple S rank, great damage dealer. Burst damage is off the charts. I would really, really focus on Night Squire if you're free to play. Definitely get her ranked up. Definitely go ahead and get her on your account, especially if you're a new player. You're definitely going to want to focus on her. She's going to really help you out. The next one I did want to speak about as well is Yae Kasumi. Again, another biological type, but lightning elemental damage dealer. Extremely free to play. You can get her fragments all over the place, whether it be an open world or in the supply shop with the battle pins. she's extremely free to play. You could put the Mag Storm on her with the Mag Typhoon if you have it pre-armed. Put a good lightning elemental damage dealing Stigmata set on her, and she's going to be absolutely fantastic for you. Really, really strong Valkyrie. Another one I wanted to speak about that you can prioritize as well if you have her on the account is Phoenix Fuqua. Phoenix Fuqua, a great supporter Valkyrie for your team, as well as a fantastic damage dealer, being a psychic type as well. Really, really good Valkyrie right there. So another one that I would prioritize and go ahead and put the resources and material into. Now the last Valkyrie, or second to last, that I wanted to speak about really quickly, or third to last, is Drive Komata Yamabuki Armor. This Valkyrie, you definitely want to get it online, get her triple S rank, and get her skills and core maxed out. Such a good supporting Valkyrie for your teams, especially for your physical damage dealers. How she's able to debuff the enemy, really, really good, and provide you a shield so you can take more damage. Really good Valkyrie. Prioritize maxing her core out and maxing her skills out. The next one, Flame Sakitama, extremely free to play. Getting her to triple S rank will take some time, but extremely free to play. You can find her fragments all over the place. She is one that you can invest the time and material into, and she's going to benefit you as a great elemental damage dealer. So a really good Valkyrie right here in Flame Sakitama. Good free to play Valkyrie. And then the last one that I did want to speak about, and I may do a part 2. I may come back with a part 2. But the last one for today's video, because I already know this has gone long enough, is Valkyrie Ranger, or Void Drifter to be more precise. The augmented version. Triple S rank her extremely easily. Maxing out her core extremely easy. Put Keys of the Void on her if you have that weapon, so that's a really good one to have. Or Tranquil Arias, and get, you know, a proper physical damage Stigmata set, max her skills out, and she's going to be fantastic for you. Absolutely dominating, and that's another one that I would really focus on and prioritize, especially as a free-to-play player. So that is the video today, guys. I know it was kind of all over the place. I know that it wasn't the most concise or organized, but I hope it helped you out nonetheless. I hope it gave you a bit of an idea of who I would be putting my resources into, or materials, or time, or focusing on if I had those Valkyries on my account. So that's just my opinion. That's what I think. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let me know in the comments down below who you would prioritize, or who you would be putting your resources or materials into. But with that being said, guys, I've talked on long enough. I feel like this video is long enough, and so I am gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like what you saw, and I hope it was a bit helpful or beneficial for you. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out.